Alright, this is Chris of Roundtable of Gaming, and this is Gaming News. Now, as you guys may notice, I'm filming in a different area. Yeah, the lighting in the basement was doing horrible, so I decided to move up here. It's got better lighting, and until I fix this whole lighting issue, I'm gonna probably be moving around a bit. But hey, let's get started. Alright, this week in gaming news, we got Oculus Rift, PS4, Irrational Games, Borderlands, and Tony Hawk. Interesting week, yeah. Now let's start off with Oculus Rift. Now, we've been hearing about this for a while, Oculus Rift. You put it on, you play the game, and it's like you're in the game. You look around, you're pretty much seeing it first person, the game view itself. Now, they've been showing some betas of this. They've been showing developers it. Developers have been using it to work with games on. And it seems like a really cool idea. It seems like a cool concept. If I got my hands on it, I would like to play it. But Oculus VR have announced that developer kits are going to be running out soon. They still have some in stock, and they still have the materials to make them in stock. But the materials used to make Oculus Rift are no longer being manufactured, so they have to look for alternatives to build the Oculus Rift. So right now, while they still have some in stock, they're going to run out. So if you want a developer kit, either now or wait. And that's all I have to say. I mean, will we ever see this thing be released? Hopefully. Hopefully. Alright, now let's move on. PS4 finally launched in Japan. Now, why would Sony, like its bread and butter Japan, wait after the USA launch? Like, we've had it since November, and now Japan's finally getting it. Well, they've already had strong sales in the US, and now it's in Japan. Those sales are going to probably double or even triple. And they wanted to tweak the launch lineup a bit because every country's different, wherever culture you are. And they launched titles for Japan. Well, suit better for Japan. They wanted to tweak them a bit. They wanted to fix them around. And I can understand that. Like, in my opinion, you never want to buy a new system at launch. There's always first aid problems. There's always some tweaks that need to be made. There's always those updates that come in, and you just end up having a little hassle for the first couple weeks in a while. Not to mention the launch titles. You never have like amazing games till a while down. Like PS4 again, Xbox One launch title games. They seem pretty fun, but I can get some. I can already have some of them on Xbox 360 or PS3 or PC. The only like brand new ones, exclusives that I'm really interested in was Killzone and Knack. Those are really two cool PS4 ones I was interested in. And Xbox One's got some pretty cool games also, but either way, I'd say wait. So like, even my Wii U, that was next gen, and I waited like till a price drop and a collection edition I wanted to come out. And hell, still, I even got another $50 off on it. That's how you know I wanted to save money on it. But still, I like it. I have fun games for them. I waited for more games to come out that are worth it for the Wii U, and now I enjoy it. Enough with that, though. PS4 probably not going to get to like another year and a half, the two. More likely to get that in an Xbox One. But still, if you want an Xbox One or a PS4, like I say, year and a half to 2 years, just wait. It looks great now, just wait. Wait. Okay, enough of that. Now, let's move on. Earlier this week, Irrational Games announced that it's going to be closing down. Founder Ken Levine said he was going to take 15 of his employees with him to go work on games himself, and they've gone to 2K games now. And now more than 100 employees are pretty much looking to work now. But they've already announced the employees that have been laid off are pretty much have financial support, and the other one, they're currently looking for new employment. Now, while Irrational Games, their bread and butter was BioShock. People love that game. I love it. Well, I just started playing the first one, but it's fun. And people were wondering, will there still be BioShock games? Well, they're talking 2K games, and there still will be. They were talking about how BioShock's one of the amazing games of our generation, how gamers and pretty much a lot of people love it. And they can't wait to work with BioShock on future titles. So, don't be alarmed, there's still going to be BioShock. Alright, which is good, because I just got into it. If I found out it was going to be ending, I'd be pissed. But as for the employees laid off that are seeking employment, a cool thing that Irrational Games is doing is they're having having a recruiting convention where they can have different companies come over to hire people that have been laid off. So right now, companies like Bethesda, Gearbox, it's not Irrational. Okay, Bethesda, Gearbox, Insomniac Games, BioWare, a lot of companies like that. Like I believe 8 or 9 have been confirmed so far, and more to come probably because they're very talented programmers, and people were like, hey, we got guys to help on BioShock. So I'm pretty sure a good majority of them are going to be able to get new jobs, which is great. I mean, if you have BioShock on your resume, it's going to be like, okay, you hired. Alright, enough with that. Alright, something else. So they've announced a new Tony Hawk game. On Tony Hawk's Sirius XM radio show, Tony Hawk said he's working on a new game. Now what I'm hoping is, Tony Hawk games were pretty fun still. Until PS3 and Xbox 360 came out, and he started releasing on those, they started going downhill. Like when Skate came out, Tony Hawk was just like, move those games out the way, we're playing Skate. And I was one of those people, I like Skate way better than Tony Hawk games until all you had was Ride, I think it was called, with the skateboard where you got up like this and you were like, yeah, that was a flop. Sorry, Tapig. That was a flop. And the most recent Tony Hawk game to release that people liked and was actually worthwhile to get was an HD recollection of the first 2 Pro Skaters. So yeah. Now, while Tony Hawk had some good games, it went downhill real fast. So maybe his next game will hopefully help him out a bit. Maybe he won't focus on that stupid Ride series. Maybe he'll go back to Underground. Maybe he'll be Pro Skater again. Who knows? Hell, maybe he'll be able to make it better than Skate. Because what I liked about Skate is I felt fully immersed in it. You made your own character. You just went around trying to take over, pretty much make a name for yourself. Maybe Tony Hawk can take a page from that book and implement it with his celebrity style. So maybe this can work out. Alright, don't disappoint me. Alright? Don't want to have to sit through another BS game of yours. Alright? You made some good games of my childhood. Let's go back to that. Okay, enough of that. That was weird. Alright, now, to end it all off, Borderlands. Now, while they've announced pretty much no one's working on a Borderlands 3, which people would like to see. I saw them be Borderlands 2, so no spoilers! But Borderlands 3, no one's working on it. But at VGX, Telltale Games announced that they're working on a game called Tales from Borderlands. So Telltale Games, I'm interested to see how this works out. Because at South by Southwest, which is coming up soon, the music festival, they've announced that Telltale Games is going to have a Borderlands booth where they talk about the game more and explain some of it. It's going to be one of their episode games where they release it like how Walking Dead was. Now, I'm interested to see how this works. So Telltale Games, pretty much, it's known for its point-and-click adventure style. People loved The Walking Dead. Because of the decisions you made, people loved that game. And I do like Telltale Games. They made a good amount of games. It's fun. They make fun games. We know that. And I'm hoping this Borderlands game works. Because if it's an episodic point-and-click style game, with Back to the Future, Walking Dead, Jurassic Park, no, we're not bringing Jurassic Park up. Oh, God. No. But if it's along those lines, then I don't know how Borderlands is gonna fit in there. Borderlands, the first-person shooter. The ridiculous first-person shooter, actually. where you got ninjas that go invisible, people that summon up turrets, sirens with magical powers, and dudes with big ass guns. Now, that may sound ridiculous, but that game is fun. I love that game. But I'm interested to see what Telltale Games does with it. But at South by Southwest, we'll learn more. Well, I'm done with today's gaming news, I guess. I hope you guys liked it. Like, comment, subscribe. See you next week. Bye.